brought to you by Demon VPS. Use code OIO for 10% off your next Minecraft server or VPS order.
Hey everyone, it's Kingsley here. It's been quite a while since I've done one of these, so let's hopefully get this show started. Welcome to This Week in Operation Infinite Ocean. I believe this is probably the 10th one of these that I've done, but probably only the 3rd this week in Operation Infinite Ocean. It's probably a long time back. So let's get started with the news, because I got a lot to cover since the last episode. We got some new captains. We have Yors, which you guys have probably met because he's done a few videos on my channel now. And Elite, which you all know and love, he's became a captain now as well. And also, before you guys question this, I'm going to miss a lot of your guys' stuff. If you guys are one of the captains that are watching, or one of the crew members that are watching, I will end up missing your stuff, because I'm going to try to make this one pretty quick. And I'm tired as hell, so I thought I'd just make one of these. And I'm going to do it a two-part one, where I'm going to do a second episode where I'm going to go ahead and catch up all the stuff I missed. So if you see any of your new stuff, feel free to let me know, and I'll throw it into the second episode. So let's go into some more bigger news. There is going to be a passenger server released Friday. I'm going to hopefully stay up late Thursday night programming it, so Thursday night I'm going to be busy. And on that news, the main server is getting whitelisted. And I do not want to hear a single word out of you guys about it getting whitelisted, otherwise you're not getting the passenger server. And here's the reason why, is I'm getting so pissed off of how many people come on and just... I've kicked out a few rants of just stupid people. And just people that come on and they'll be like, I'm a good builder. They try to get all pissed off and worked up. And I've decided, you know what, we're going whitelisted. So, the other thing is, we've been meaning to get the passenger server working for a while, so I've decided to go ahead and do that. So, enough with me talking about news, and if I think of anything else, I'll probably say it close to the end. But for now, let's get started. Up here, we are at the newest city that's pretty much taken growth, is Yorseville. And I think this is a project between like 6 or 7 of our team members. I know Yors and 3 of his buddies came on. We're working, KJ, Chris, all of them have been just working away at this place. And this is a little bit south of Ship 7, so it's kind of, they call it 7.5, is a little bit of a joke, because Ship 7 is literally right up around that corner. And so pretty much, you got a lot of houses, lots and lots of railway. It'll actually connect up via railway to Ship 7. Over here, let me quick find where all the houses are. They have houses still in production. Yorseville is anything but done. They still definitely have a lot to get done on it, which is really cool to see coming up and sprouting up. And I know Yors and Elite just did a new yacht, and I think it's still over in the build area possibly. I haven't been over to the build area in quite a while, because as you may know, I am working on the Queen Mary 2 right now with Yors and Chris Board, which I'm not sure if Chris Board is really working too much on it, because I haven't seen him on, but then again, he's in Norway. I don't know the time frame. But for now, we're going to go ahead and run up this train track and head all the way up to Ship 7. So Ship 7, I think I've touched base on it, and I don't think I've shown it off in This Week in Operation Infinite Ocean quite yet. And essentially what it is I needed to make a port for Dream. So if my Minecraft wants to actually stop lagging and actually load stuff. So over here we got Disney Dream, which everyone knows. I've done way too many videos with the ship. I know way too much about it, and I'm going to hopefully be doing kind of a release thingy project for this, partially with the code share with Parkitects. There's going to be a little bit of a fireworks show kind of thing, and that'll be all later to come, hopefully within the next few weeks. Right now, I'm so caught up with building and just kind of trying to catch up on stuff that I'm just been super busy, so you'll have to bear with me on the Dream. And plus, we are currently debating, I'm currently leaning on the edge, we are not going to do a world save for the Dream or a schematic, just because of the theft amount on Magic and some of our other bigger cruise ships. And personally, I think a few people have ruined it for the rest, but I don't want to get my ship stolen, because I've had it happen way too many times. But I've already gone ahead and talked to the PMC staff, and they actually know my ship already. But right here, since we've already been wandering around, I haven't been saying what's in here. This is the cruise ship Terminal 10, which is in its real world place compared to Dream. Dream would normally be at a 90 or a 45 into this port, and then this is Terminal 10, which would be sticking out. And then I think it's Carnival that leases it out with 2 other cruise lines, and 2 of them I can't think of off the top of my head. And I know one of them is not Royal Caribbean. I know that for a fact, because they're on the other side of Port Canaveral. And speaking of the other side, we'll go on over here, which I know for a fact I didn't get show this off recently. This is Terminal 18, which A few guys might have already recognized it. I know I didn't recognize it at first, and then Leonard had to explain to me. This is the only thing that Leonard has made in like the past couple months. And he actually finished it too, which I swear to God, I was shocked as hell. I mean, he finished something. But this is essentially the cruise ship terminal that Oasis parks at. And if you watch Chris's Oasis stuff, he had Oasis here. And as you may know, I'm not a fan of that ship, but I was a fan of Chris, like the way Chris had made it and stuff. So it was very cool to see it in that terminal. Over here is Kyle or Yors's ship, one of his ferries parked up. What I did is he wanted to put some of his ferries in the new terminal. I said, go ahead, but I want you to terraform the area if you do expand onto it. So he essentially spent a good couple hours just like slaving away on this little corner to make these really cool ferry port. It's probably a lot cooler than even Ships 5, which was initially just this ferry terminal area. Over here, we got the new dock area. I pretty much ran out of ideas on how to expand this and make this look a little bit better, but I've essentially grabbed every one of the utility ships I could find on the server. Mostly a lot of them Chris's. I think I have one or two in here. I know some are Nico's, that one's Murrow's. Over here are some of mine. I've built one of these. I know Kyle built one of these. A lot of people have put it into work if you kind of catch where my drift is. And the one thing too is if I don't quite credit the captain, you guys can just expect it's one of our captains or one of our crew members, because our crew members are very skilled, and I mean a lot of times we all work together, so it's just something you guys can expect. Over here, parking garage, some more housing in Ship 7. There's the train station, and then here's kind of where they started to add a little bit of a marina, and I want to do a little bit bigger of a marina, possibly over here, and actually make like a big fancy yacht club. And I can't remember the warp, so I'm gonna quick take a look through and see if I can't find it, but I know one of our trainees who, if you're watching, you're now a crew member, because I'm pretty sure I've already approved you for this, because one of his buildings, Pine, he's gone ahead and make this really cool building, and I really want to show you guys if I can find the damn thing. I gotta see here, Legacy, Norway. And now you guys get to see all these lovely things. Ships 5, Ship 7, yeah, I do not see a warp for it. I don't think he has one, actually. Shit. So, actually, we're going to go ahead over and warp to PG. And once again, I'll put that in the second episode, because, like I said, if I miss something, I'll have to put it in the second episode. But it's a really cool building, and I'll definitely find the warp for it and have you guys all check it out. But for now, I'm going to show you what's been going on over here. Right here, we've been building experimental docking tenders for Queen Mary 2, because I had to make a new one. This is my newest design for a ship docking tender, which I kind of ran, I have to say 6 or 7 of these little bastards before I came to this one. And these are probably one of my more favorite parts of the ship, but at the same time I hate building it because it's so complex. And then back here, if you already noticed the big C, for the 10 days, or the 5 cruise ships in 10 days, that challenge has been pretty much almost completed. Every one of the ships have been built. Right here is Windsurf, so you guys are seeing this before I release the final episode. These just don't have interiors on them yet, but all the exteriors for all 5 are done. Plus our bonus Cunard ship was added on as a 6th episode, which we've already had to gone and release, which is Queen Mary 2, which we're actually going a lot faster with that than we were with Dream, so I'm expecting that one to even be possibly done by next, possibly even Monday if we really push at it. But here's Costa Concordia. I literally spent, probably I'd have to say, 8 hours in the car, then another 8 out of the car at the hotel, because I was going up to college to go check it out, and I literally had my laptop plugged into our charger or inverter, and I just started building. And I pretty much made this beast 120% on my own. Spent way too much time on it, and it's not done yet. I have to do some more exterior detail. I'm trying to fit as much detail on this really cool ship, because it used to be a cargo freighter, then they switched it into a cruise ship. Costa bought it and converted it for like $3 million. It was crazy. And definitely a really cool looking ship. If you guys have some time, hop over to Google and just search Costa Allegra. Shit, I was saying Concordia, wasn't I? Yeah, Costa Allegra. Just pop on over there and search that up, because it is definitely a cool ship to even glance at. BC Ferries, which you guys saw, along with Terramona. And I highly suggest you should watch some of these vlog things, because you'll get a little bit more detail in, and they're not the typical sense of vlog where I kind of ramble on. It's more or less we get to show you detail, and it's kind of like a tour before the tour is finally done. And then one last area we're going to quick warp on over to build, which I just remember this off the top of my head. And this is actually build 2. I gotta go to build 1. And we're gonna do a little bit of wandering around. But I have to find one of our newest members, CAD and Elite. They have been pretty much off in their own little corner building yachts nonstop for the past few days. And I know Elite was making Navigator of the Seas, but I believe he stopped that project. And I think it's on pause, but I don't really know what's the status of it. I know he's been building more of his golden lines, which all starting to look the same in my book. But his yachts are definitely very cool. You have to see, let's see here. There's one of them I really like. Here it is. It's this one just because of the way they did the smokestack on it. It's really cool. The aft on it's a little bit slanted, just like steeply, and the bow's a little triangly. But outside of that, I love this middle section. It's like a little mini cruise ship kind of. That's pretty much what this ship is. It is a mini cruise ship, or a way too large of a yacht. And then he has this little yacht down here. They've been all building yachts lately. That's kind of the theme over here. And I don't think I've fit them in yet, and I'll quick run over there. But I know Chris Board has been making a crap ton of yachts. Everyone just seems to be making yachts. Over here's a reefer ship too that they've been making. And I know Chris over by Chris Board. And if I don't do this, I'm going to get yelled at. So I'm going to quick get you guys over to Chris's build yard and show you guys another reefer ship that I totally am spacing. And now I'm starting to ramble a little bit because you can tell I'm tired. I'm getting a little dehydrated. But hopefully here, let's go find this stuff. Alright, so let's see where the heck they put all their stuff. I swear Chris Board's, like his build area takes up almost like 75% of the ships built on OIO. It's like, and half of them are just amazing detail. Full on, like, complete ships, and then the other half are these amazing exteriors that aren't even done yet. But right here is this massive yacht, and I didn't think I got this one in the tour, and I think he put a name on it, just in case you guys are curious. It is Total Eclipse of the Heart. I don't know if it's a real world yacht. I don't think it is, because this thing is just absolutely freaking massive. Gotta find the other ones, too. I know he's been making a bunch. Oh yeah, they've also been making Pearl Harbor. Chris is gonna make a 1-to-1 replica of Pearl Harbor, and yes, I know it's been done in Minecraft, but take that up with him, not me. But yeah, you guys can expect to see that possibly way later on, but personally, I want nothing to do with it. I'm not a fan of World War II ships or World War II technology to some extent, but not quite their ships. I wasn't a big fan of that whole area. But we will quick be heading, I believe they have crap flying around, but I know they've all been building in this one area, and I can't find any of it. Let's see here. They made, oh hey, that's supposed to look like Theodore the Tugboat, I think. I remember when me and Chris made one of these, but they've been making a handful of tugs, it looks like, that I haven't seen before. Oh, here we are. Holy crap, I've not seen the bow to this thing. This looks just like the bow of the Countess. It's just steep, cut in like that. No idea what they're making over here, but it looks like they're building some big cruise ship thing. And then here's one of the coolest things. If you guys can guess the name of this plane, I want to hear back and see if any of you guys recognize this plane. So, I'll give you a hint. 2 engines mounted above. It's a seaplane, and it's also a land plane. It was part of World War II. Normally painted in a darker metal gray, and there's only, I think this company, they've only made like this plane, and you'll have to figure it out. But I'll let you guys take a wild guess on that one. And then up here you got Nico and Jack ZT's reefer ship that they've been building. I don't know if it's quite done yet, but it's definitely turning out pretty cool. Could use a little more detail, but outside of that, I'm liking it. So I think that's about it. We're gonna cut this one off, and we will warp back over to Queen Mary 2 just to wrap this sucker up. But yeah, I think this is about it. There's nothing else I can think of for news, but other than that, make sure you guys check out some of the new Queen Mary vlogs that I'm going to be kicking out. Hopefully over the next week I'm going to be kicking out videos still, but I don't know what my upload speeds are going to be over spring break because I'm going on vacation. Yay, not really. But hopefully the upload speeds will be consistent enough for me to kick up some videos. Last time I was down there, I was going to do a tour with Chris, and I can't remember if I did do the tour while I was down there or not, but long story short, I'm hopefully going to try to get some videos up to you guys. But yeah, other than that, any questions, anything like that, feel free to leave a comment below. Like I said, server's getting whitelisted, hopefully possibly tomorrow, thank God. And then the passenger server will be up by Friday. So you guys, if you guys are watching this now, I suggest, while the whitelist is off, finally get your last quick run around and glances of everything, and then the whitelist is on. And the only way to check out the server will be via these videos. So, other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.